Burb.
Hello. Anyway, hello everybody, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. We're here to probably maybe finish the fucking Big Mountain DLC. Probably. Hope everyone's night's going well. We'll get fully started up here in a moment. Hello, Romanos. Hello, Lynn. How are you guys doing this fine evening? VR chat, when is VR chat not having a major server outage? Lynn, stop being sick. Consume orange juice. Orange juice solves all problems. No screaming. Why would you scream if you're sick? Don't scream if you're sick. That's not good for your throat and shit. Anyway, we were here to talk to Dr. Klein. Hey, Doc.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
I've recovered all the technological information.
What? You did? Your survival, let alone success, barely registered in my projections. Now, all I need to do is check my transmission databank. Mobius is always filling it up with his psychotic calls. Oh yes, there's the schematics, just like you said. How truthful.
Do these technologies have the information you need?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Your answer isn't filling me with confidence.
No. I mean, yes. You just need to analyze these technologies for a moment. They are extremely advanced, you know?
Do you even know what these technologies do?
I know how these technologies work. Of course I know. If you remember, we described them in clearly abstract, contradictory statements before. Why would we do that if we weren't certain on how to use them? Yes, so let me... a bit, huh? I'll figure it out.
The antenna. Any chance it was damaged or broke the X2 array once removed?
So you're saying it's the X2 array, not the antenna I should be examining. That was most likely my plan, yes. Let me check something. Of course, I have it. The override sequence to open the Forbidden Zone door is hidden in the schematics. Well, not hidden. It's actually right there, behind the programming equivalent of coffee stains. It's embedded in what seems to be recursive code. It's badly commented there and there. Oh, and null pointers very sloppy, Mobius. You see, using the antenna to boost the emitter's sonic frequency, and the stealth suit to bypass the Forbidden Zone lock, yes, that could work. Was that my plan? It must have been. Sometimes I truly surprise myself. The door is open, and now Mobius will get his.
Don't these items seem more biologically focused than that, though?
Biological? Ridiculous. I mean, technically, these items could all be used to put you back together once you had your brain. But for now, they can be used in the name of aggression. The door should be unsealed. Now, instead of being subjected to threats, we can now send an equally threatening message to Mobius. And that message is science. Deliver this message, and Big Mountain shall be freed from Mobius's reign of terror. You can go now. That's your cue.
Okay. Hey, Dala, how you doing?
And you return as curious as a teddy bear. Are you stuck in a looping gesture of greeting?
Not exactly. I have questions I need answers to.
Perhaps you are stuck in a looping gesture of verbal intercourse. And
Yeah, she hasn't reset on that one yet.
Predictable. The lobotomite specimen returns. Its purpose? Repetition. Chances of success? High. Until...
Okay, he hasn't reset yet either. Can we get anything from U8? No, I haven't dealt with Mobius Light yet. Wanted to ask you some questions. I'll be going now. No point in talking to Boris.
Ready, steady, fighting. Please take this. I don't want you to die.
I do believe we have died.
Uh-oh.
Science? No match for science?
Ah, shit.
Stop that! You'll damage the hull!
is dealt with.
Oh, that's a little bit annoying that one of my primary damage-dealing weapons is now busted. I don't think I can fix it with anything I've got on hand. Probably should leave some of this shit that I'm not going to be using back here. That isn't where I was leaving weapons. This is where I'm leaving weapons. Oh, I already have a Saronite Power Fist. Why do I have another one? This one's in better condition. I'm going to take this one out. I already have a Proton Axe, so I don't need that. Put the Scientist Glove in here. This Missile Launcher. Corrosive Glove. Dr. Klein's Glove.
Here and now, got its ups and downs.
Alright, let's see. Where are we going? North Tunnel.
Time to fight.
Fucking hell.
Have a stim pack.
We're just gonna beat the shit out of this thing.
Oh, here tomorrow. Mighty Rose Scorpions. Intelligence. There.
Weapon is dealt with.
Yes. Sting it.
Alright, well, we found the Forbidden Zone door, but we're not gonna go in there yet, because we have another lab to check out before we go in there. And that is the Y0 Research Center, which is this way. Ooh, box. Mentats. Don't know why we've been collecting so many mentats. I've kind of just seen them everywhere, and I'm like, I'm gonna pick them up. Empty space. Visit every location in the big empty. Ooh, Foot Locker. Eh. Ooh, a Stealth Boy. And a terminal? Finished up the design for dispensers for the Rodre Villa as requested. That bigwig Sinclair went to the big MT execs. He wanted emergency dispensers for his sheltered villa in case war broke out and they needed to care for the survivors there. He's done everything he can to isolate the community and tighten security. Now he just needs to guarantee a food supply and he'd be able to ration out resources in the event of nuclear holocaust. I hear he even narrowed the streets so cars couldn't come inside town, let alone come up to the villa. Got the funding from Sinclair, near as I can tell, he's willing to not only bankrupt himself for these devices, he's struck a deal with the big MT executives, letting the villa become a lab for the supposedly harmless prototype tech here. I've seen the big MT execs do this with other isolated towns, Hopeville, Meteorological Research up north. And the whole process is not what I signed up for. Oh, we can't even get in there. Actually, we might be able to get into it from this little structure up here. See, is there a door on this structure up here? Oh, that's a perimeter warning.
I bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me.
No way into this facility here. We came all this way just to find a terminal that was sitting outside. And a big book of science. We came all this way just to find out that there was nothing there of use other than a terminal.
Time to reward myself with a little breath-freshening.
I mean, there were bullets, so... Oh, I guess I could have just gotten here at any point. I guess I didn't really need to, go through that path there, but you know... all worked out in the end, probably. It's not really shown on the map, this path here. Like, you got this path here, but it doesn't really show you the other paths that lead into here. Yeah, this is going to be my main defense, because my laser rifle is gone, and I'm pretty sure I broke the Tesla rifle. Oh, no, never mind. I just have no ammunition for it. Alright. Well, I'll be using our silenced gun here. Am I crouching? Why am I slow? Are one of my legs busted? No. I feel slow for some reason. Oh shit!
Ready, steady, fighting.
The cyanide armor plating on the giant robo-scorpions exceeded expectations, mostly. While it's virtually impervious to small arms fire, the sonic emitter that Parsons brought in managed to fry several of the prototype subsystems. We'll have to look into an improved EMP shielding for the next prototype. On a more positive note, the prototype's new atomic laser is proving admirably. Some residual radiation is left behind after the weapon discharges. It may be necessary to requisition more radiation suits and meds as a precaution. Constant improvements to the giant robo-scorpion has rendered the Protectron models we've been using as hostile communist forces largely ineffective. At this stage, they're little more than distractions.
It looks like the target drones got activated.
Was that all?
Crush them with your insect, you giant robo-scorpion. Let's see the shrapnel fly.
Oh hey, we leveled up again. Dump it all into melee. Alright, let's see, what do we want? This is our last one. I might have to go with hand loader, because I do want to be able to recycle the ammunitions I have to make better bullets. But I think I have another one that I was gonna go for that I felt like would be the better one to go with. Looks at the long list. You inflict 10 plus 10% damage for every 100 points of karma. You also gain 10 health. And you're also immune to critical hits. Requires good karma. Uh... Yeah, it's weapon handling I'm pretty sure I was gonna go for. So that way then I could use my weapons a little bit more effectively, but the thing is I kinda do I need ammunition reloading? I can always just buy more bullets. I think Thought You Died honestly wouldn't be a bad one to grab. Because of the plus 10% damage for every 100 points of karma. I also gain a little bit of health. Yeah. I think we're gonna go with that one. Yeah, I wasn't...
Pre-recorded attack message indicating my desire to commit violence on you.
This one looks pretty tough.
Shit. Shit.
You can't avoid the deadly laser sting of Dr. Mobius. This is a pre-recorded attack message indicating my desire to commit violence on you. X-42,
Fighting over.
you can't avoid the deadly laser.
Sneaking down. Fighting now. Is that all?
Shit. Ooh. Ooh, can use that to fix up my laser rifle. Hello, target dummy protectron.
Please.
Alright, let's loot the place. I'm sure he appreciates the fact that we went and blew up his robot just to immediately go and loot his entire place. Emergency shutdown terminal password. Oh. We probably could have just turned the robot off. Oh, you know what we didn't do? Quests. Find all the audio samples. Where is it? Wrong gun. Where's the bulk ammunition? There it is. New automatic laser is putting an incredible strain on the giant robot Scorpion's generator. Damn thing shuts down right in the middle of weapons testing last week. I pushed for reducing the laser's output by 25%. Instead, they slapped a backup generator onto the Scorpion Dangerous. If you ask me, the systems weren't designed to handle the power from two systems at once. And if some rookie tech fires up the backup generator too early, well... I assume this would have controlled the backup generator. I guess I could have saved quite a few rounds and also my
Are we being watched?
Tesla cannon. Didn't necessarily need to spend all of them on that. Wait, coffee mug. Alright. Let's see. Anything else around here? We have another section over here. Yeah, Mobius, I'll get to you when I get to you. There's some loot here. More throwing axes. New cola bottle. Take all those because I can use them. More bullets. Another mug. Boy, those Protectrons really did function as a fucking distraction. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's more dead Robo-Scorpion. Man, when that thing blew up, it blew up big. Oh, more ammunition. Oh, there's a turret up here. I bet you I could have turned these on. Coffee mug. That was a little anticlimactic. I mean, to be fair, I am like level 50 now, so, you know, I am kind of not exactly a pushover in terms of health. I say, but I have died several times last stream. Let's do some terminal hacking. Boy, I didn't know about any of this when I played through here the first time back in the day. I just saw... That was all I had to go on when I was playing this back when I was younger. Back when I played Fallout New Vegas for the first time. That's all I remember there being. Clearly, I was a fucking idiot. Unobservant idiot. Anyway, we'll get to you, Mobius, in a bit. Damn it, I didn't mean to take those. Oh well. More bullets I don't have guns for. What do we got here? Per instructions from the higher-ups, after that one time the giant Robo-Scorpion's attack routine malfunctioned, we've installed an emergency shutdown procedure. Let's hope we'll never have to use it. The prototype systems will all be fried and we won't be up and running again for weeks. The military is expecting delivery of a battle-ready model within 6 months, and the project has already had enough delays.
Nobody ever notices me, but they notice the Pip-Boy light.
Shut the fuck up, Gene. We're not trying to sneak around. We already killed it. It's dead. I wonder if you can do this without having to kill the Robo-Scorpion. Oh, hey, we got the last audio sample. Oh, we still have some biological samples to find. Really? I guess we'll have to grab those before we head back to the big mountain. Another Lear. Alright, let's go talk to Mobius. You know, for being a smaller dome, it has surprisingly the same amount of space.
The neutrons attached to the meat. Hmm? Yo, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing, you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
Is that better?
Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went black a while ago. That's old age for you. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. The flying tortoises were the worst. Would you care for a mentat?
Thanks.
I love mentats. Delicious and smarty. I have all sorts of amazingly science-terrific thoughts and ideas when those chalky tablets are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though, especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end.
You aren't exactly what I was expecting.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
I need my brain back.
Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
I was curious about some things.
Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Or maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers.
I can't fix your monitor, but if you're getting ghost reception, I can fix
The
that.
ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the side-switching wobbly bob, just turn that. Good, good, better. Oh, yes, that feels wonderful. This is even better than my afternoon mentats break.
You don't seem aggressive. Why broadcast threats to the think tank?
Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take Mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung. As for the Psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose.
I was curious about some things.
I find things curious as well. Go on.
Why did you steal my brain?
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. The anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Why is that a problem?
I'm not sure, except that I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. I have very good reasons for almost everything I do. Even if I forget them occasionally. Although I feel this one is especially important. Oh, well.
I was curious about some things.
Yes, this is getting interesting. You are just filled with these little slices of curiosity, aren't you?
Can you tell me about your robo-scorpions?
Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept coming in from the desert, like poisonous frosting. How scary, I thought. But they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard. I miss sugars and salts.
Wait, sounds like you built the robo-scorpions, issued threats to keep the think tank occupied.
Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Some reason for it. Ethics or, conscience? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it knows the reasons better than I do.
Everything you told me doesn't add up. Your plan, even your name, Mobius.
Dr. Mobius. Rather catchy, isn't it? It's my name, and my new name overwrote the old one. This name's as real as you or I. Although I believe your brain expressed similar incredulity at the nature of such an appellation. Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it said. I believe it meant me. I must admit I have a vulnerability for holotape fantasies of planets and robots and all that is forbidden. As for the name I was born with, like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming.
You reprogram their names as part of a recursive loop. What? To trap their processors?
Now, trap is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh. But, yes, I did take some liberties with their programming. It's all right, they don't remember. I certainly didn't until you said trap, and then I said excrement, and then...
The recursion loop is designed to prevent the flow of information,
The
so...
radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. They keep testing things. They would have found a way to disarm it. I suspect I have Plan 9s in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them, just in case. They're probably very dangerous, lethal, or worse. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here. Or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan 9s in case the 7s fail.
Keep going, I want to hear the rest of this.
Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place. Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves. And not only themselves, but the world, sense of time and history. All that is left is what's here. I reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far. And the world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quite professional.
If you lobotomize the think tank, why terrorize
Well,
them?
it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. They are the think tank for a reason. That I didn't change. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, they would simply deduce what had happened. And when they start deucing it up, then you came along, the final variable solved. They saw that their world was larger than they perceived. Bacteria, finally able to see its host.
There were other visitors, though. Why am I different?
There have been other visitors to make them doubt their perceptions, but you are the one who dialed back their monitor micromagnifiers. You were irrefutable proof that there was a world outside. And then there was the whole brain fiasco, which forced me to take steps. See, your brain had a special kind of wrinkle, a uniquity that they had never thought to try in all their countless escape attempts.
The bullet that went into my brain. Doc Mitchell tried to patch me up, but...
Yes, very good. I should have mentats ingest you instead of the other way around. Mentats. In any event, you showed up at the think tank, and because you had suffered a cranial injury in just the right place, bullets in the head are usually much more fatal, and yours was a light case of bullet headitis. But it was enough for the autodoc in the sink to change its programming to fix the problem. And the brain extraction technology for once worked. That gave the think tank the knowledge its brains couldn't possess. With that knowledge, the procedure can be reversed. If they obtain that procedural data, they can use it to mush and modify their cranial cells into hosts to slip past the radar fence. I'm sure of it. And once they're off the reservation...
So you set your threats on a loop to keep them occupied?
Yes, I certainly wouldn't loop it on purpose. Purpose? I am far too sophisticated to make such a childish error.
Do you know anything about the other visitors?
Not much, except they contaminated Big Mountain and installed new ideas in the think tank. One caused a great deal of infrastructure damage with his brain and smartiness. Ruthless, that one. Played a little rough with the trains. But the last one was the most dangerous. Him, slipping away. That was almost as bad as the think tank escaping.
What do you mean?
The first one, the ruthless one who smashed up our toy trains, asked for weapons, power, items he could use to destroy a nation with force. The other asked a different question, and with it got the true answer about what makes nations and what breaks them. He spoke to the think tank, to Klein, showed them the flag of the old world, and it made them remember all of it, all that had happened. They shared things with him that they shouldn't. He now carries those ideas, that knowledge elsewhere.
I was curious about some things.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna fucking... Where are my smarty glasses? I knew I should have put these damn things on. Get back here.
I'm having the most peculiar feeling of deja vu right now. That's French for, deja vu, I believe. Have we met before? Yes, very good. I should have mentats in just you and it.
Klein said that they had the idea to get the 3 technologies after your broadcast. Coincidence?
I consider coincidence to be profanity, along with the words astrology, herbal tea, and luck. So watch it, potty mouth. My threat broadcast is designed to instill and install fear. And along with the emotional download, other data rides the fear carrier wave. It prompted them to focus on retrieving those technologies and bring them to attack me. And coincidentally, pardon my language, all those technologies are needed to put a brain, your brain, back into its skull properly.
What's the purpose of the technologies?
The X2 antenna can be used to focus your alpha wave frequency thought patterns. The sneaky suit? Why, it houses a cardiac regulator. And the sonic sound wave projecto emitter was never intended as a weapon. It was a medicinal vertebrae pulse desensitizer. In short, brains, a heart, and courage. Spine. I think there was a story once where a band of murderous thugs sought these things. They had them all the time in the story. Didn't stop them from murdering to get them. And it won't stop the think tank either.
Was there any other data transmitted in your threat broadcast?
Yes, my overly aggressive cammed-up broadcast was designed to keep reinforcing the forget, fear, rinse, and repeat program. Oh, and the get me the things to castrate your only possible escape attempt. But I couldn't delete you or your arrival any more than I could the other visitors. Only so much science can do when you started talking to them. You're really quite difficult to ignore, you know. It's because you're, well, rather intriguing, if you'll forgive an old brain for saying so.
Thanks, Mobius. That means a lot more than you think. But anyway, the think tank downloaded the schematics, not the items. They can rebuild them.
Oh, that means my plan is a total failure. That is unfortunate. Oh well, at least I tried. Yes? Oh no. I doubt your brain would be so unreasonable. It already knows the trick of it, you see. Doesn't need to be in a host body at all. If you become friends or exist in an uneasy truce with weapons aimed at each other, it would unlock the fence for you. Well, once the think tank was dealt with, of course, your brain is a responsible sort. Doesn't want mad scientists running around everywhere. There have been other visitors to make them doubt you were ever... Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
Don't worry, I will.
Who do you think is cuter, Dr. Klein or Dr. Boros?
Thanks for all the bullets. Help top off my ammunition supply. I don't need whiskey. I'm not gonna take his mentats. Nope, toaster. Another toaster. More axes. Alright, next room. Oh wait, did I check this one? Next room. Man's got fucking mentats everywhere. Hope he knows how to make more of these because they're just littered everywhere. I'm gonna take that just so that way then he doesn't do anything irresponsible with that. I'm sure the mentats are fine. Some scientist scrubs.
Well, well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
Are you my brain?
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
Why are you such a dick?
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
I didn't realize it caused you so much distress.
Well, maybe next time you hear me telling you that charging a knifekin with a penknife is a bad idea, you'll listen.
How the hell did Mobius get a hold of my brain?
After the think tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about. Dr. Mobius saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me spirited away to his dome.
It seems like a pretty unlikely coincidence.
Hardly. Dr. Mobius keeps a close optical sensor on the goings-on at the think tank. As soon as he saw the opportunity, he took it.
How did he manage that?
I don't know. I'm afraid the trauma of our separation rendered me quite insensate. I didn't come around until I was safely ensconced in this tank. I'm quite sure whatever he did was highly scientific, though.
Oh, that answers that. On to something else.
Well, as long as your curiosity is satisfied.
Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy to get back into my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
What about the good things? What about the cool breeze on your cheek, the smell of food, love?
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat. Oozing hormones.
Isn't it just as true that you only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones?
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
So we're at an impasse. You can't feel what I feel, and I can't think the way you think.
Indeed. Quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
I think we have to trust each other and acknowledge that we aren't complete if we're separated.
I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us.
So what do you say, Brain? Join me for some more wild adventures?
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem. Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
Then let's go make them share. Come on, Brain, it's stomping time.
Oh, lovely. We've reached the mindless violence portion of the program. Tell me, what exactly are you, and I use the word loosely, planning?
I'll just say violence is the last resort of the civilized man, and I'm feeling mighty uncivilized.
With an attitude like that, it's small wonder you got yourself shot in the head.
What's it gonna take to convince you?
I'd like to find a nice little place to live, maybe in Good Springs, and settle down where we won't get shot at. Not as often, at any rate. But since that doesn't seem likely, what's your plan?
I think if the think tank won't hold up their bargain, we'll make them. Let's go.
Right. Look out, think tank! This brain is coming out of its jar! I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Come on, Brain. But first, some more looting. Oh, another layer. These things will make a fortune back in the Mojave. Considering I fucking need to rebuild my fortune after blowing all of it on fucking sink repair costs. That's why you don't repair shit with a fucking robotic sink. Me and my brain have been together for less than 5 seconds now, and immediately he is just watching me procrastinate the main story. I'm sure he's enthusiastic about it. Ah, shit, we're over encumbered. Oh, the stealth suit got busted. That is, mildly unfortunate. I can repair it if I can find some fucking combat armor laying around somewhere. Oh great, everything here is fucking categorized. Oh, coffee mug. Eh. Oh wait, that's one unit. Ugh. Oh, what do we got going on over here? Fixing things. Ahead of a robo-brain. A robo-brain. Hey, man.
I'm imagining all sorts of imaginary numbers right now.
Dr. Mobius's glove. Oh, hello there.
Oh, I see you and your brain reached a compromise. How pleasant. I hypothesized after the indignant frequencies my receptors had recepted, such a partnership-based conclusion would be low on the likely scale.
My brain told me the think tank needs to be stopped. Can you help?
If I recall, I had a plan that was working, whatever it was. I don't think it reached fruition. I would recall fruit if it had happened. I wasn't trying to kill them, just keep them out of trouble. What was that plan? Blast. I probably wrote it down on the floor somewhere.
What was the plan you had?
Something ingenious and needlessly complicated, I expect. I may have already told you and forgotten it. I forgot I had forgotten pencils until one day I found one. Spent days studying its purpose before my memory circuit kicked in. Felt quite silly.
Anything I can do to stop them that doesn't require violence?
Well, you could try and appeal to their humanity. That's a tired cliche. And really, when they were humans, they weren't very good humans.
Any suggestions for how to make them change their minds?
Well, there's many things they have forgotten, sitting in their bowls. Friendship, the thrill of discovery. Love, masturbation, the usual. Much like your brain, I am certain there is something you can spark within each of them. Memories, hormones. A wise man once said, "The eyes do more than see." Make them see, if you can. Or if not, you can always make them succumb to fear. It certainly worked for me, for a time. Then you came along, and bravery and/or desperation trumped that little idea. Back to the drawing board, I suppose. Or is this the end? Hard to tell.
Scare them? How?
Oh, tell them I'm still alive. We had a nice chat, and we agree on a few things. That's true, isn't it? Or you could kill me and lie about it. Either way, it would be interesting. And if you are partial to lying and deception, well, you could tell them a ludicrous lie. The more over the top, the better. That's my experience. They're more than a little gullible. Better make it convincing, though, or it'll be the dissection table and vivisectors for you. And if you speak of me, please try and make me look good. I am Dr. Mobius, after all, not some lab assistant teacher's aide.
Can I have a mentat?
Why, of course you can. I am well versed in the science of sharing. Well, when not chemmed out of my sphere.
Time to go. Goodbye.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat, then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
Eh. What have I got?
I do
There we go.
so love integers.
Whee! Ow. Alright, yeah, let's go get those samples. Shouldn't be too hard to get those, I think. They're just in this ravine here, I'm assuming. Hello, dead corpse. I think we looted this one. Where are you, samples? Come on, biological samples. Reveal yourselves. You're up there, aren't you? Fuck! I think I have to climb across that. I want to make everything in the sink fully operational before we wrap things up. Oh, apparently I haven't been out here before. There's a crate here. I didn't even know there was a crate here. Oh, shit. You're not the weapon that I would... You'll have to do. There's the seed package. Oh, it's you. Bitches. Fuckers. Bitches and fuckers is what you guys are.
Was that all?
Ah! Muggy! Muggy, you need to take the bugs!
Oh, sweet.
Shit.
Oh, please, please.
Take the bugs.
Oh, please, please.
Oh yeah, you books.
Greetings, citizen.
Eh.
You got some plans for me.
There you go. Eh.
Forceps, nurse.
Got any more?
Here's your toasters.
Well, what have we got here? Another innocent little toaster. Come here. I won't hurt you. Ha! Gotcha! Oh yes, the sweet smell of spilled electric guts. The sparking diodes. I fucking live for this!
This man's got a severe case of shoe lung.
Eh. Put Dr. Mobius's glove in here. We'll put... I can, guess I can put the Saturday fist in here. I guess I could put the superheated one in here too. And I'll keep the other damaged one. I guess I'll put the shovel in here in case I ever forget to bring a shovel here.
What's the haps?
Found the Soundwave file for you.
Right on, Daddy-o. Just plug it in and I'll mix you up a sweet, sweet sound.
I'll
Right
recalibrate.
on, Daddy. Let's spin some grooves.
Gabriel's Bark. Robo Scorpion. Hooray! Field research done. And I can move again.
Might I be of service, sir?
I'd like to buy some things.
Very good, sir.
You got any functional medium armor? Yeah. Yeah. I'll just find... Oh, honestly, I probably don't even need this anymore. You're going in storage, suit. It was nice knowing you. But, we don't need you anymore.
Did I do something wrong?
Calm down, you. Other than the fact that you've fucked a lot with my fucking shit. Aid. Drink the last of those.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
I found my brain. Now you and I are gonna settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
Mobius and I talked it over and reached an understanding.
You are lying. No, you are not. Your heartbeat, perspiration, all excessively confident and sure of yourself. Why would you reason with that maniac? He'll destroy us all.
Maybe you should confer with your colleagues first.
Nonsense. Confer, colleagues. Those are two words I do not recognize.
Dr. Klein, I must intercept. Please, do not harm the lobotomite.
I'm not going to harm it. I'm going to dissect it until it's dead. Why the sudden intersection, Dalla?
I cannot stand a sweet breathing organism, breathing in and out to suddenly not breathe. We must keep it alive. For study. Slow study.
Dalla, these vocalized pauses are unlike you. What do you care?
Klein, you know, this lobotomite, it's a great sounding board. You respect ideology, right? This one's, well, it's got good ideas.
Silence, Dr. O. This is a think tank decision. Save your objections until after I have decided our course of action.
You know what, Klein? Stick a straw in your tank and suck yourself. Long and deep. And my name is Zero. Yeah, a big, fat zero with a slash through it.
The slash as a designator of... Why, that is brilliant. But how did you...
The lobotomite taught me that. Taught me a name is more than, that I should take pride in things like names. And you know what? Forget it, Klein. I hate you. And your theory of brachial beam oscillation? The Chinese had it first, you copycat.
How dare you? Brachial beam oscillation was solely my discovery. I expressly told you that and deleted all evidence to the contrary. It's 2-8. Why are you acting like this? You've never refused to commit necessary surgery before. And this lobotomite needs its surgery.
I wonder if anybody's actually gone through and actually translated what this is supposed to be. Or if it's just genuine gibberish.
A noble speech, but there is no room in my vocabulators for friend and lobotomite in the same sentence. The very concept, revolting. Perhaps you are irradiated with camaraderie radiation. We have chems for that. We can save you from your emotional addiction.
If I may, I feel as if I must be the voice of reason here. This lobotomite is much like us. Regarding even animals and pets as nothing more than avenues to promote science. There is good here. Instead of ending its life on the table, we should prolong its suffering in the name of science. Like good old Gabe, the finest of lab specimens.
Why am I even listening to you fools? Enough of this mutinous chorus. If there's a word I hate, it's mutiny. And the word jism, which never made any sense to me. It's ridiculous putting j and zm together like that. Nonsense! I count as 5. Like the mighty human hand I once had, with its 5 penises clenched in a fist.
Sounds to me like your math is wrong, and the yards aren't good.
Nonsense! The mathematics of this situation are on our side, lobotomite. I believe... No, wait. Carry the 2, then... If this were a democracy, I would be concerned. We are too scientific for that. So just surrender.
It's not a democracy, it's a research facility, and over half your colleagues dispute your findings.
You dare use logic against me?
Here's the deal. I'm not going to surrender. You are.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
You can still do that here, quietly, for
For
me.
you? And for science? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
Hooray! We did it! We saved the day, and we didn't have to kill anyone! Yay! Man, that Robo-Scorpion was really anticlimactic.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others, which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Sync Central Intelligence Unit was impressed by the amount of exploration the courier had undertaken. Facilities believed lost, destroyed, or ones that had simply gotten up and walked to new locations had been rediscovered by its intrepid new master. Internally, the artificial personality debated as to whether it preferred the old management to the new, and concluded that the courier's thorough approach to research and investigation was admirable and worthy of its respect.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The Sync atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other sink personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy, except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after, the stealth suit had left it, without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ, and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
Hey, it's Roxy! I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be text here, but for some reason the text hasn't loaded.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step. but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Your brain is back in your body, but some of the advanced technologies remain. Your head still cannot be crippled, but you are only 10% more resistant to addiction now. Surprisingly, your damage threshold has improved by 10%, minimum +1 DT. Acquire the Big Mountain Transponder. It's capable of transporting you and you alone between the Mojave Wasteland and the Big Empty. Return to the Mojave or go back to the Big Empty from the Mojave. Simply equip the Transportal Ponder. As you would any weapon, pull the trigger, and away you go. Note that it won't work in interiors or in combat situations. This is totally incapable of harming your enemies. Woo! We did it! Yeah! Victory! Ooh, we did it.
Sir is looking exceptionally sharp today, if so will permit the compliment.
Thank you. Oh, we did it. We completed Old World Blues. Guess there isn't much sense to continue on the stream from here. We kind of did everything today. Not much point in to keep going. We'll pick this up more obviously next time around. But yeah, that is where we will wrap things up for today. So let's see who there is to raid you all off to. I'll raid you guys all off to my silly French-Canadian friend. Silly French-Canadian Derg. Alright, well, everyone, thank you for sticking around to the end of today's stream. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope to see you all next time. Don't forget to check out the Discord link below to stay up to date with all the shit that goes on. Know when I go live. Chat with me off stream. Vote on the polls that we got going on at the moment. And don't forget to check out the YouTube channel for all the VODs. They get uploaded Friday through Monday, same time every week, unless I forget about it. And don't forget to check out the brain running the Blue Sky as well to have another way of knowing when I go live if you don't want to join the Discord. Anyway, thank you all once again for sticking around to the end of today's stream. I've been enjoying playing through Fallout New Vegas again. It's been a blast. Hope you've been enjoying it as well. Hope to see you all for Tuesday's stream, which is going to be Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts again. Playing around with the silly boats. Goodbye, so long, and enjoy the person I'm sending you all off to. See you all next time.